You may have read about the Titan tragedy where a submersible was trying to visit the wreckage of the Titanic. And it looks like by the news reports, it might have suffered a catastrophic implosion, killing all on board fairly quickly. Now, there was some talk in these news articles about certification. And in this clip, you're going to learn what is certification and how does that relate to systems engineering. Okay, well, basically, certification is a type of verification. Really, usually it's a validation, and there's a difference, where an outside entity will certify that a given requirement is met. Now, in this case, the requirement is for the hull to withstand certain hydrostatic pressure that you would see near the ocean floor. Now, certification is usually more involved than just running a test to verify a requirement. And sometimes it's even more involved than just doing a system level validation. Remember, verification is when we make sure our requirements are met, and validation is done against needs, higher level needs of the system in order to solve a customer's problem. Validation can be done in-house. You can do end-to-end system tests. They probably did that kind of validation on the Titan submersible in-house, as it were, to just do the electrical checkout or do the navigation testing. You can take a submersible, take it out in the ocean, do your operational testing there. Now, certification, though, is usually reserved for key requirements, life safety requirements, where the odds of failure need to be 1 in a million, 1 in a billion, or even more. Now, a lot of other submersibles, particularly ones that use steel or titanium, have been certified, and there are bodies and recognized entities in many different sectors on for certification. Here, I believe was mentioned the ABS, the American Bureau of Shipping, would be one. But the certification, it's more testing, it's more analysis. They look at the materials, they look at the previous test data, they might do some additional testing. But you're basically signing the credibility of the certification agency, on the fact that, yes, this design, if built according to the production prints, will meet these requirements. And in this case, will be able to go down to certain depths and really withstand certain pressures, outward, moving inward on the hull. Now, the submersible, again, according to reports, did not have this certification that was the subject of this tragedy. And that's a lot of controversy. Why didn't they go out and get the certification? That might have shown, particularly if they had failed it, that, okay, while speculating here, but let's say while carbon fiber, carbon composite is very good for certain types of pressure loads, it's not very good for outward facing inward pressure loads as well. Those things can come up during certification that you missed during in-house testing. So again, long story short, certification, it's a type of validation test. It's usually used for life safety requirements, life safety needs. You see this in medical devices, you see it in underwater shipping, you see it in above water shipping too. Ships need to be certified. And then you also see this in government and military systems where life safety is involved. Comment below if you have questions. If you have other questions on the Titan sub, if you'd like to know what my sources are, it's mostly ABC, CNN, CBS, and Wall Street Journal coverage. Otherwise, you can also comment how you feel about this. A lot of feelings come up, as well as obviously and I'm sure your thoughts go out to the families of those deceased. Could have been avoidable. We'll leave that to the investigations. But certification gives you that extra assurance and sometimes insurance against the tragic end.